Oh, what a big game this is. It's the Arizona Diamondbacks and the Minnesota Twins. We got 6 games left to go, and the Arizona Diamondbacks and the Minnesota Twins are caught in a huge pennant race. They're trying to get a playoff spot. Taking a look at all the different races we have. The Pirates with 6 to go. They lead by 3. The Dodgers and Diamondbacks are tied. The Bozeman League. The Astros lead the Mariners by 4, but they lead the Pirates by 2. Who knows? The Nationals lead the Red Sox by 1, who lead the Dodgers by 1 game. And the Tigers, they're tied. Everybody's winning. Houston and Philadelphia. 3 with 6 to go. 3 teams, Montreal, Oakland, and Tampa Bay, are tied for first place. Detroit barely back, and they barely have a chance for the playoffs. Baltimore Orioles, they're 1, Philadelphia 2. The Mets are a game back of the playoffs. The Blue Jays 3. The Dodgers are 2 up. The Angels have done it. The Dodgers of 63 are up a little bit. The Twins are up by 1, and the Indians should be clinching here possibly today. Arizona and Minnesota. The Minnesota Twins and Arizona Diamondbacks today. What a game this is. This is going to be very unique, as here in the Met, it's going to be Minnesota and Arizona. So here we go. We're about ready to go. And we're going to be underway. Here we go. Arizona against Minnesota. So Arizona will be out first. You have Sanders, Finley, and Gonzalez. And Camilo Pascual. He's 6-9, 5.26 ERA. He's ready to pitch. And he is going to be ready to go here in the Met. Everybody is here. They know the Twins need to win, and we're underway, and there's going to be a strikeout, 1 out. Oh, how big that is. I mean, right now, think of Reggie Sanders, 22 home runs, 51 RBIs, the leadoff hitter. Here's Steve Finley, the center fielder. Pascual. That's going to be a high pop fly. This is going to be left center field. First inning, we've seen runs all over the place. And that's going to be a catch, 2 outs. That's Allison with the catch, 2 outs. And here's Luis Gonzalez, the left fielder. He's hitting .312, 17 home runs, 58 RBI. That's going to be on the ground and a base hit. And that's going to be a, single, maybe double. It goes all the way to the wall. They throw to second, and he's going to be in for a double. Luis Gonzalez. We always get runs in the first. Mark Grace hitting .296. Pascual wants to get out of here. And hard hit, and guess what? That might continue. They pick it up. They're going to throw home. Here comes home. And this is Luis Gonzalez. It's 1-0. We always have runs in the first inning. 2 outs, and nobody was even on. And 2 base hits later, it's 1-0. Here's Damian Miller, the catcher. That'll be on the ground. 6-3, and that's it. We go to the bottom of the first. Of course, Arizona scores first. It's 1-0. Well, they have the 88 Dodgers. You just never know. The New York Mets looking really good today. Baltimore 6-5. They lead. And here's Jamie Hall, the center fielder for the Minnesota Twins. That'll be a shot, and that's going to be a base hit. You know, with Arizona, they have the pitching staff. If they get in, they can go all the way. The way they have breaks and everything like that, they can pitch 3 of their best. Here's Mincher. Robert Ellis is a pitcher. He's 4-8, 5.03 ERA. Don Mincher, first base. That'll be on the ground. Picked up Mincher, and no, that is an error. So he went to pick it up. Now we have 2 on. And there's Tony Oliva, the right fielder. That'll be on the ground. 4-3, 1 out. And now sacrifice position for Hall. He is in sacrifice position. Here's Harmon Killebrew. Harmon strikes out, and that's going to be 2 outs. Here in the bottom of the first, 1-0 Arizona. And here's Robert Ellis against Bob Allison. Allison deep to left field. This one is back. This one is nearing the wall. This one is gone. A home run, a 3-run shot. Bob Allison has just made it 3-1. Oh my goodness. And Minnesota 3-1 lead.
For this evening, please remember to drink responsibly.
And Earl Beatty, the catcher. And Earl, that'll be on the ground, and that's going to be maybe an error. They pick it up. That's going to be an error. That's the 4th error on the day for Williams. And the shortstop. It was Lolio unknown. I got to find out who this name is. But Minnesota 2 outs. That's going to be a shot. And a dive, and it's going to be another base hit. Arizona has 2 errors in this first inning. Rich Rollins at third base. He's the 8th hitter. The pitch, that'll be a hard shot and a base hit. Let's see if they come home. Will they? And they will. The throw home. And this thing is 4-1. Oh my goodness. Can you believe this? Seriously? All of this with 2 outs. The first 2 batters were out. Hall and Mincher were out. It started with Oliva, Killebrew, Allison, Batty, whoever unknown is, Rollins, and now Kendall. Struck him out, and that's going to be it. Well, it's 4-1. You want to talk about unexpected innings. We'll be back. Well, Arizona, Durazo, the DH. It's Durazo, Spivey, and Williams. Pasquale will pitch. Here's Durazo, and that's going to be a high pop fly center field. And underneath, that'll be 1 out. I'm wondering how many of those 4 runs were actually earned. Junior Spivey at second base. And Spivey struck out 2 outs. Well, Arizona, if they get in, we were just saying they have Randy Johnson and they have Kurt Schilling. And those 2 will be pitching 4 of the games in the series. They just got to win that 5th one. High pop fly. This will be center field. And underneath, they make the catch. That's 3 outs. We go to the bottom of the second inning. Minnesota 4, Arizona 1. Here's Jamie Hall. And that's going to be a shot to left field and a base hit. So Hall, and they'll put it in. It is nothing there. And here's Robert Ellis against Don Mincher. So Mincher's 0 for 1. So Hall gets a base hit. If Mincher gets on, he's on. This could be a 4-6-3. It's only going to be 4-3, 1 out. Hall will be on second base, 1 out. Here's Tony Oliva, the right fielder. That gets away, and Oliva, this is Hall, will go to third. A sacrifice position. After this, we're going to have the 1967 season. And that'll be fun. Here's Oliva. That's going to be a hard shot to center field. That'll be caught. They throw home. And it is coming home. It is coming home. It is coming home. And it is safe. It's 5-1 Minnesota. Here in the bottom of the second, and Harmon Killebrew. He's only hitting .244, but he has 23 homers. And that'll be high pop fly and underneath. And really high up, and the catcher will make it. We go to the third inning. The score, Minnesota 5, Arizona 1. Let's take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard. Toronto of 87, they're leading, but they're fading. Anaheim beating the Yankees at 27. That'll be a great series if they play in the playoffs. Toronto's got to come back. If they don't, they're done. The New York Mets leading 10-0. Boston 3-0. That's huge. Baltimore 10-5. That's big. The Pirates are down. The Phillies are winning in the 6th. Montreal is now beating Cleveland. San Francisco is now beating Pittsburgh. Detroit is beating New York. Florida is down. Florida's got to win. If Florida wins, they could cut it to like 4 or 3 with 5 to go. You never know. Philadelphia 64 is losing. Kansas City of 85 is almost done. Pittsburgh is 79. They got to win. They got to win, period. Baltimore is winning, so that's another one. How are the Dodgers of 83 doing? Houston winning. Houston is 17. No hitting Tampa Bay right now. Seattle and San Diego over. Detroit wins. So LA of 66 loses. But it's LA of 63 that we're worried about, who beat Pittsburgh 4-1. So the Pirates there, they don't clinch. LA of 81 loses. And Chicago has lost. So that means if Minnesota holds this, they'll be up by 2 games. Here's Craig Counsell. Counsell, that'll be high center field. Underneath, and that's a base hit, though. So Counsell will get a single. Here's Reggie Sanders at right field. As we start the lineup again, he's powerful, and it gets away. And Counsell will go to second base. Top of the 3rd inning. And Pasquale to Reggie Sanders, 0 for 1. And there's going to be a hard shot to right center field. This one is back. It's going to hit the wall. It's going to be 5-2. And the throw to second, it'll be not even close. It's 5-2. Top of the 3rd inning, here's Steve Finley, center field. And they walk him. So 2 on with nobody out, and Arizona might. Here's Luis Gonzalez, the left fielder. You never know now. Pasquale. Luis Gonzalez, this could be 4-6-3. There's 4-6-3, and there it is, 2 out. A lot of tension there. Mark Grace is 1 for 1 in an RBI. Pasquale, and that's going to be Grace to left field, and that'll hit the ground. It's 5-3. They get 2 runs back. So it'll be 5-3 with 2 outs. Top of the 3rd inning, Damian Miller. And that'll be a strikeout. That's it. We go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. The score, Minnesota 5, Arizona 3. So a 3-run home run by Bob Allison made it unbelievably big. But now it's 5-3. Robert Ellis now. Already 48 pitches. And Allison strikes out 1 out. So bottom of the 3rd inning, 1 out. And now here's a new pitcher, Mike Koplov. Mike Koplov, he's 1-0, 23 1/3 innings pitched. 5.79 ERA. Earl Batty, the catcher, they want him to get out of this inning. As Minnesota's the 2nd time through, and they look good. That's going to be high in right field. And will they get it? Let's see. It'll hit the ground and a base hit. So the catcher's going to go to second, and he's going to be safe. So that's going to be Batty's 17th of the year, double. And here comes Zolio unknown. Zolio. I got to find who it is. 277, 16 home runs. That'll be a little tapper right there, and that's going to be 2 outs. As the catcher Miller, Damian Miller, will pick it up. Here's Rollins. Rich Rollins is 1 for 1. That'll be a hard shot, and it's going to be 6-3. Oh, that is big. And 6-3, they bring it in. They throw to second, and he's going to have a double. So Minnesota leads 6-3. And Jerry Kindle, the second baseman, and only hitting .202. Struck him out, and that'll end the inning. Well, Minnesota has 6 runs. Arizona has 3. We go to the 4th inning. The score, Minnesota 6, Arizona 3. Currently, Minnesota will lead by 2 with 5 to go. If they win this game, that would be absolutely incredibly huge because Chicago lost. Here's DeRazio, the DH. And that's going to be a strikeout, 1 out. That's the whole thing about pennant races, is the fact in baseball you're 1 game back with 6 to go, and then all of a sudden you work your, all of a sudden you find yourself 5 games to go, 2 back. You go from right there to almost hopeless. Here's Junior Spivey. Hit him. And he hit Junior Spivey. Oh, how tense this is. Top of the 4th inning, 1 out, 1 on. Matt Williams 0 for 1. Struck him out, and that'll be 2 outs. 6-3, Minnesota leads Arizona. Here's Craig Counsell hitting .268. 1 for 1 today. Pasquale is still throwing. And that'll be high pop fly. That's left field. Will the third, or that's the third baseman will get it. And that's easy. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Minnesota 6, Arizona 3. Bottom of the 4th inning. Mike Koplov will still be pitching. Here's Jimmy Hall, the center fielder, 2 for 2. Florida is down. They got to win. That'll be a hard shot. And second and first, 1 out. Minnesota scored every inning so far. The first 2 batters of the game were out. Pittsburgh is 79. They're winning. Oh, they could make it 1 game. Here's Mincer, first base. That's going to be a walk there to first. Bottom of the 4th. Bottom of the 4th, 1 out. Here's Tony Olivo for 1. He has an RBI, and they hit him. And that's the 5th time he was hit. So 2 on with 1 out. Harmon Killebrew 0 for 2. They want to get some extra on this. That's going to be a strikeout. 2 outs. Here in the bottom of the 4th inning, and here's Bob Allison. He had the 3-run home run. Allison, the 3-run shot. That's going to be high pop fly, center field. This one's back. He could have 2 3-run shots, and I think he does. He does. Another home run. He has 6 RBI, and it's 9-3. Bob Allison is 2 for 3, 2 home runs, and 6 RBI. That's unbelievable. And Madman Ty. Madman Ty 1-1 with 3.60 ERA. He will be in. He's only pitched 10 innings. And here's Earl Batty. Earl Batty had a double last time he was up. And it'll be a little looper on the ground. Second to first, that's it. And that'll end the inning. What an incredible day. We go to the 5th. It's 9-3 Minnesota. So let's take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard. Toronto's got it. They got 2 outs. Basically, Paul Molitor has their season on the line. Anaheim beating New York in the 9th. The Mets, Baltimore is 70s winning. Pittsburgh a 91 against the Yankees. The Pirates want to win because they want to move up, even though they have the division. Montreal leading Cleveland, Philadelphia 5-3. Houston in 1980 is losing. That's another losing. That could be big. Pittsburgh of 71, 5-4 there. Detroit 4-1. Florida is losing, but they have bases loaded with nobody out, top of the 6th. Kansas City has pulled ahead. What little chance they have Pittsburgh is 79. They could win again. Remember, it's all about Seattle. If Seattle loses, they're in trouble. The Pirates are loving it. Houston beating Tampa Bay. Baltimore 3-2. They keep on trying to win. The Astros 3-0. LA of 88. That's a big game that just started. Seattle and San Diego, that'll be huge. Cincinnati beat Oakland. Toronto of 87 won. Boston won. Detroit snapped their losing streak. Chicago lost. LA lost. This is so big. The LA of 63, they won, and that was a big one. Top of the fifth inning, it's Sanders, Finley, and Gonzalez. Here's Sanders, and they walk him. Wow, when the playoffs start, it's going to be really interesting. It's going to be very fun. It really will be. Here's Steve Finley at center field. That's going to be on the ground. Could be 4-6-3. There's 4-6, and that's it. One out. Luis Gonzalez is 1 for 2. That'll be really interesting because when we do, it'll be pitch by pitch, but all the games start at once. Struck him out. That'll be 2 outs. If there are 7 games, then we will stagger them and show the last few innings of all of them. That'll be on the ground. They pick it up. That should be a throw to first. It is. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Minnesota winning big. Bob Allison is unbelievable today. What a game. Here's Zolio on, no, I don't know what his name is. 1 of 2. And that'll be a strikeout, 1 out. Rich Rollins is 2 for 2 with 2 RBIs. That'll be on the ground. They pick it up. They're going to throw the first 2 outs. Two outs. And here's Jerry Kindle, the second baseman. Kindle. And that's going to be 3 outs. We go to the 6th inning. Minnesota is just blowing out Arizona. You know, you take a look at this, and you take a look at the game, and you take a look at these teams. When we go to the playoffs, it's going to be really fun. We only have 5 games to go. We really do. Cleveland is trying to get something, but Montreal is pushing ahead, and that's going to be a strikeout. Damian Miller goes down. He's 0 for 3 today. 1 out, top of the 6th. Here comes Durazo. The DH, he's 0 for 2. That'll be a strikeout there, 2 outs. And here's Junior Spivey, second base. 0 for 1. The pitch. And it's going to be a walk. The 1967 NFL season will be next. Now Williams, that's going to be a hard shot. It's going to be a base hit into the corner. Takes a very funny bounce, and they're going to throw it in. Are they going to come home? Let's see. They will. The throw home, and it is safe. It's now 9-4. Well, they get 1. There's Craig Counsell, 1 for 2. Pasquale, he's going to be over 100 pitches, and that's going to be high fly ball to right field. And this one is back, and this one is gone. It's now 9-6. And if Minnesota were to lose this, Chicago would be dancing in the streets. They would still remain 1 down. 2 down with 5 to go would be a trip. But now it's 9-6. And Arizona needs the win. New pitcher, Dick Stigman. 1-1 with 4.55 ERA. And Reggie Sanders, 1 for 2 with an RBI. The pitch. And that's going to be a walk. And again, here's Sanders. All this with 2 outs. Minnesota did it in the 1st inning. And now here's Dick Stigman against Steve Finley, who's 0 for 2. That's going to be a strikeout, and that's going to be it. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. The score, Minnesota 9, Arizona now 6. Here's Jimmy Hall, the center fielder. My man Ty is still pitching. This should be unassisted first base, 1 out. That'll be Mark Grace. How big it is. Don Mincher at first base. And they'll strike him out, 2 outs. It looks like Arizona is getting the momentum now. And here's Tony Oliva, 0 for 1. And that'll be a walk. 2 outs. Here's Harmon Killebrew, 0 for 3. High pop fly, and this will be center field. Underneath, and he'll make the catch, 3 outs. The Minnesota Twins have a 9-6 lead. Top of the 7th inning, and Luis Gonzalez is 1 for 3. Dick Stigman is still in. Arizona needs this win. So does Minnesota. That's going to be high pop fly to left. And underneath, that'll be caught, 1 out. That's right, you got to wait till there's 2 outs before you do anything. Mark Grace, 2 for 3, 2 RBI. And that'll be on the ground and a base hit. So Mark Grace, an RBI, Mark Grace, an RBI today, and now all of a sudden he has a double. So he's on second, 1 out. Here's Miller, Damian Miller, 0 for 3. And that's going to be a shot to right and a base hit. Are they going to come home? They will. They throw home and nobody goes. So Mark Grace is in sacrifice position. Here's Durazo. On the ground. There's the throw to first. They check down. And it'll be 2 outs. A base hit, it'll be 9-8. Here's Junior Spivey. Struck him out, and that's it. Enjoy the out-of-town score. Well, we got to take a look. Here's Bob Allison, 2 for 3, 2 home runs. Can he make it 3? Bottom of the 7th inning. And on the ground, it'll be 2 for 4. Third to first, 1 out. 1 out. Here's Earl Beatty. He's 1 for 3. Eric Knott. Eric Knott's going to be pitching, and that's a base hit. So here they go. They bring it in. Knott will stop at first base. Bottom of the 7th inning, 9-6. Eric Knott, as was Earl Beatty at second. Eric Knott is 2-1, 3.62 ERA. He's just in for this inning. 1 out. Here's Zolio, 1 for 3 today. That'll be high pop fly, right center field. And this one is back, and this one is off the wall. Zolio will get maybe a double. They're going to come home, and it is maybe a triple. And Zolio with the triple. It is a triple. It's 10-6. And Zolio is the shortstop. Here's Rollins. Rich Rollins 2 for 3 with 2 RBI, not having trouble. They hit him. And now first and third, 1 out. Geraldo Guzman, who's 2-0, 4.72 ERA. He comes in to pitch. And Jerry Kindle's 0 for 3. The pitch. That'll be on the ground. 5, 4, 3. 10-6 to go into the 8th inning. The score: Minnesota 10, Arizona 6. Matt Williams is 1 for 3. 1 for 3 with an RBI. Johnny Cliffstein will be pitching 0-3, 5.08 ERA. Maybe that's insurance, you never know. Bottom of the 8th inning, we'll go over all of the scores. That'll be a strikeout, 1 out. 1 out, top of the 8th inning. Here's Craig Counsell. He's 2 for 3, a home run and 2 RBI. And they'll walk him. 1 out, Reggie Sanders. 1 for 2 and an RBI. And now it'll be on the ground. It could be 4-6-3. They're just going to go 4-3, 2 outs. Counsell will be on second base. They want to get something back. Here's Steve Finley, 303, 10 homers, 42 RBI. They need to at least make it 10-7. Get that one back. Struck him out, and that's it. That hurt. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Minnesota's 3 outs away when they come up of going up by 2 games. Bottom of the 8th inning, here's Jimmy Hall, the center fielder, 2 for 4. San Diego's beating Seattle. Pittsburgh could be 1 game back. Here's Geraldo Guzman now pitching. And that'll be a little looper and a base hit. So Guzman gives up a single. And Hall, the leadoff hitter, will get a base hit. Here's Mincher, 0 for 3. That's going to be a walk there. It'll be first and second. If they get a run, it's over. I'm telling you that right now. Here's Tony Oliva, 0 for 1 and 1 RBI. That'll be a little shot. It's going to be 1, 4, and it goes away, and the bases are loaded with nobody out in the bottom of the 8th. Minnesota's about to break this wide open. Harmon Killebrew, 0 for 4, 242, 23 home runs, 69 RBI, and Hall is in sacrifice position. High pop fly. That's going to be center field. This one is back. This one hits the wall. 1 run's going to score, and this game is over. 2 runs are going to score. Harmon Killebrew, a stand-up 2-run double. And there's still nobody out. Geraldo is terrible day today. Here's Bob Allison. Allison strikes out. He had a chance to get 9 RBI in a day, 1 out. Or at least 7. Here's Beatty. And Beatty, Brett Prince will come in. He barely pitches. They just got him in. They know this is going to be a loss. So Beatty, and that'll be on the ground. They'll throw to first. They get the out. And it'll be 13-6. Well, Minnesota have more runs than hits. It's always weird seeing that. That'll be high pop fly to right field. This one is underneath, and it is caught. Yeah, they're going to have more runs than hits. It's always funny seeing that. We go to the top of the 9th inning. Minnesota 13, Arizona 6. A little explanation on some of the games. We'll go over a lot of these late ones. Texas beating Baltimore is big for Baltimore. That hurts them. Oakland is losing. That'll be big. Tampa Bay loses. Florida wins. Don't count them out. I think they're down to 3 with 5 to go, or 2 with 5 to go. They're down to 2 with 5 to go. That's unbelievable. Pittsburgh is 79. That's big. They're down to 1. They would be down to 1 game if Seattle loses. It's 3-1 in the top of the 5th. Pittsburgh is 71, loses. I believe they're already in. Philadelphia 5-3 winners. Cleveland loses. Florida wins. So do not count out Florida. Toronto of 87 wins. I'm not sure if that'll help. We'll go through all these final scores after this half inning. You have Luis Gonzalez 1 for 4. Johnny Klipstein 3 outs, and he just wants to end this thing. It'll be a high pop fly. If this were the playoffs, we'd be switching games. And that's going to be 1 out. Minnesota's going to go up by 2 games. That's got everybody about ready to dance in the street. Mark Grace is 3 for 4. With 2 RBI, it'll be on the ground. And he'll throw the first 2 outs. And now Damian Miller's 1 for 4. This should be it. And it is. They win the game 13-6. They broke it open in the 7th and the 8th inning. It got close in the top of the 6th, and they got really nervous. They had 2 on with 2 outs, 2nd and 3rd, but they couldn't put it in. Minnesota added some runs in the final, 13-6. Here we go, a lot of hits for everybody. Your player of the game is Bob Allison, of course. For the hits, you have Mark Grace for Arizona with 3. Council with 2. Spivey has a donut, but he had a walk. Durazo had a donut. And Finley had a donut, but he had a walk. For Minnesota, Hall had 3 hits. Allison with 2. Batty with 2. Unknown, I'll have to fill in that name at 2. Rollins with 2. Kindle had a donut. Oliva had a donut, but he walked. And Mincher had a donut, but he walked twice. So that was big. Mincher also got hit by pitches. So when you take a look at this, this is just the way it is. Arizona, I mean, that's really no notes or anything like that. Ellis with a loss. He only pitched 2 1/3. He gave up 5 hits. He gave up 5 runs on 5 hits. Only 1 of his 5 runs was earned, as he had to deal with errors. And the rest is just the way it is. For Minnesota, Pasquale wins. He goes 7-9. He gave up 6 runs, all earned. On 7 hits, he struck out 8, walked 3. In 5 2/3, he now improves to 7-9. Stigman with the hold. And that is very big. So, 13-6, your final. This is going to be very interesting as we take a look at all the other games. We only got 5 to go after this, so let's take a look. The Dodgers beat the Pirates. The White Sox lose. The Cubs win, but it's too far back. The Mets win. The 81 Dodgers lose. Cincinnati's too far back. The Tigers are hanging on. They had to win, and they did, 5-4. The 66 Dodgers, they lost, but too bad the Cardinals lost. They could have made it like 3 games. The Blue Jays won. Anaheim won. The Yankees lost. The Red Sox won. The Blue Jays lost of 93. That hurts them. The Mets won. That's big. The Orioles won. The Expos beat the Indians. So the Expos in that messed up division, they're good. The Pirates lost to the Yankees. The Phillies won. The Astros of 1980 lost. That's a big one. The Tigers lose, and that's a huge loss. The Yankees came back in the bottom of the 9th inning with 3 runs. The 71 Pirates lose. The Marlins win. The Royals, they win, but it might be too late. The Pirates are 50-45. They win, so they're coming back storming. The Royals win of 1980. They beat Philadelphia, the Phillies of 64. So there's nothing right there. They can't advance. Taking a look, we're going to look at the standings and then the pennant chase. With 5 to go, the Pirates lead the Dodgers by 2 games now. With 5 to go, Arizona lost 2 in a row. So the Dodgers in the second spot. They lead the Diamondbacks by 1, the Yankees by 2, and the Royals by 3. So the Royals are coming on. The Dodgers, it's going to be up to them. Seattle, they lost. The Pirates won. They're only 1 game back. They're 1 game back. The Pirates have won 4 in a row. They're 8-2, and that is huge. The Ron Juckett League, the Nationals and the Red Sox are tied. Well, the Dodgers and the Tigers are 2 back with 5 to go. The Red Sox are absolutely, they're 29-10 since the All-Star break. Nobody wants to play them. The Phillies have lost 5 in a row. They're 3 back with 5 to go for the division championship. The Mets are only 4 back of the Phillies with 5 to go. If the Phillies absolutely tank out and the Mets come back and they win all their games, the Mets are going to have to win them all, and the Phillies lose them all, and the Mets, wow, that would be incredible. But you never know. The Brainiac Baseball League. Now, Montreal is the leader. Oakland and Tampa Bay. Detroit gains. Toronto gains a game. Toronto's down by 4 with 5 to go. So that is big. They're about to go out. 50 is the key. So if Oakland and Tampa Bay both win, then they're going to at least have playoffs. Toronto would have to win a playoff. The Orioles, they're 2 up on the Phillies. The Phillies are 1 up on the Mets and 4 up on the 93 Blue Jays, who have lost 2 in a row. The Phillies have won 6 straight. Post All-Star break, they're 29-10. They're as good as the Red Sox. They were 26-30 going in there, and they were 29-10. They were 5 back going into the All-Star break. Now they're 2 back. They're challenging for the division championship. The Dodgers and the Yankees made it. We know that. But the Yankees are trying to catch the 66 Dodgers. They want that playoff spot. There's 5 to go. They're 2 back. Baltimore they lost, and that hurt. Instead of being 3 back with 5 to go, they're 4 back with 5 to go. They got to win them all. Minnesota is up by 2 with 5 to go. So if Minnesota wins 1 more game, Oakland's eliminated. Oakland has to win them all. Chicago is down by 2. They're 2-8 in their last 10. They're down by 2 with 5 to go. And in the principals' picks, the Marlins are down by 5 with 5 to go. The Indians lost 1. The Reds are storming back. They're down by 4 with 5 to go. Let's take a look at who they have. 5 to go. These are all the games. So the Dodgers, Diamondbacks, and Yankees. The Royals are also 5 to go. So the Pirates, they finish with a derby. The Dodgers, Nationals, and then they got the Padres, The Diamondbacks finish with the Mets. That might be the series. Right there, the Diamondbacks in the Mets series. The Yankees have a lot of, 602 average. But look at the Royals. They could win them all. If they beat the Reds, they could beat out the A's and beat out the Cubs. If they do that, if the Royals win it all, they would be 51 wins. And the Dodgers, they would have to win 2. So 2 of 5. So that's big. We're going to know, again, a lot more. And the Bozeman League, Astros are about to clinch, but look at the Pirates and the Mariners. The 05 Astros are 4 back. That would be an afterthought. You'd have to see a lot of losses there. They could run the table. But the 79 Pirates, they could beat the Cardinals, and the Mariners lost to the Padres. But look at this. They played the 66 Dodgers, who are fighting for playoff position. Yeah, they are in playoffs, but they want to host the games. So the Mariners, that's big. The Pirates is 79, 1 back. That would be huge. So Ron Juckley, and they end up with the Expos. At the end, that could be crazy. The Ron Juckley League, the Nationals and the Red Sox, they're tied, and the Nationals, they have the 88 Dodgers. The Red Sox have the Expos, and then the easy Astros of 86. The Dodgers, they have the Cubs and the A's. That could be another one, the Oakland A's and the Cubs. The Detroit Tigers of the Yankees, and then the Orioles. You never know. The Bob Stokes League. The Mets, they got 4 to go. Look at the Mets. They got to win them all. The Mets have to beat the Dodgers of 81, and then they have to sweep the Astros and sweep the Tigers. For the Phillies, they got the Yankees and the Rangers to end. The Phillies just need to win 2 more games and they're in. They just need to win 2 more games somewhere. And they are in. If they win 1 more, they force at least a playoff no matter what. If they want to win the division, the Astros have the Mets and the Indians. So it's going to be a tough schedule. The Phillies could overtake them. They have 5 in a row. Who knows? Brainiac Baseball, Montreal is 1. The A's and Rays are 2 and 3. And the Tigers are 4. Montreal is 1. They got the 04 Red Sox, the hot Red Sox. And then the 79 Pirates. The Oakland A's have the Marlins and the Dodgers. And the Rays have the Yankees. Oh, the Tigers got to win them all. The Tigers are down by 3 games with 5 to go. And the Tigers got to beat the Dodgers again, the Brewers, and the Mets. Who knows? Who knows? The Jabs Blabs 8. The Phillies and the Mets now. The Phillies have the Yankees, the Rangers, the Twins. And the Mets have these Astros, the 80 Astros, and then the Diamondbacks. They got playoff teams coming up. Well, the Orioles are only 1970 Orioles. They could lose out. They got to beat the Red Sox because then they got the Pirates and the Tigers. The Red Sox Fan League. The Dodgers, they all clinched. But the Yankees trying to leapfrog the Dodgers in seeding. The Sire 0329 League, the 63 Dodgers. They have the Pirates, the 88 Dodgers, and the 98 Yankees. You never know. And the Minnesota Twins. They have the Diamondbacks, the Orioles, and the Phillies. Chicago has to get something. They have to get something. They're falling down. The Cincinnati Reds are down by 4 with 5 to go. And let's see. So the Indians, the Reds can do it. They can beat the A's, and then they can easily sweep the last 4 games. They know it, but the Indians, they got to get 2 wins out of their last 5. If they go 2 and 3, and Cincinnati goes 5-0, we have a playoff. Cleveland can get 3 wins, it's over. You never know in this league. It's not like everybody in the league plays other people in the league. It's so spread out. That's going to be it for us today. Have a great day. We got football coming up next. It should be a good one.